Hello citizens and welcome back. In today's video I would like to talk about the controversial actions of CAG around adding new straight-to-flyable variants of ships rather than finishing old concepts. As always, if you like this video, sacrifice a like and a comment to the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more. And here's a shout out to our amazing patrons for their support of the channel and the Armory. So, what happened? With 3.18, CAG are introducing a new variant of the RSI Scorpius, the Scorpius Antares, or however you pronounce that. This variant replaces the turret with an EMP and a quantum dampener. Lots of people are upset about this for several reasons. The first and the obvious reason is that new ships being introduced gives the illusion that older already sold concepts and reworks for existing ships are being delayed. Now, this is not entirely true. Comparatively, adding a new variant of an existing ship, especially when it only has minor physical changes to the model, is a lot less work than introducing a whole new ship. For example, according to the progress tracker, the Vulture took 66 weeks to complete, while the Cutlass Steel only took 25 weeks. Whether these figures are accurate is up for debate. But for this example, let's assume that they are. I have actually talked about this in another video, but basically it kind of makes sense for developers to pick up small tasks that eventually lead to an introduction of a new variant if they have the spare time. Of course, there definitely is a large-scale effort to deliver new ships from concept, but I believe that this is planned over a longer period, most likely the entire year. Of course, then there's the obvious accusation that CAG is just trying to make some money by releasing a new variant. And if you think that, you're not wrong, they are trying to make money. Whether they actually need to do that is a whole other question, but that's difficult to answer without knowing the internal financials of the company. Now, there are also some practical reasons why people are upset. First of all, the combination of a QED and an EMP on the new Scorpius makes a couple of ships a bit obsolete. The Hawk or the Cutlass Blue haven't seen an update in a while, and from the current stats it seems that the new Scorpius will have a similar QED and EMP performance as them in a much smaller ship. This also made some people question the relevance of the Mantis, but as far as I know, the Mantis is the only ship currently in game that is able to pull ships out of quantum rather than just prevent them from engaging their quantum drive. Though some people might argue that pulling ships out of quantum is not that useful at the moment. And I would tend to agree with that sentiment, depending on what CAG do about long-range scanning and being able to detect targets in quantum. This also seems to indicate a trend of power creep where new ships or variants make old ships or concepts less relevant. So, are CAG actually lying to backers and just going after the money? Well, not really. Lots of concept ships that are in the backlog, such as the Legionnaire or the BMM, have some major prerequisites like tech and design language missing. And I think this is the primary reason why many ships in the backlog don't get put into production. Also, I think that there are only so many fully new ships CAG can make per year. Not just because of developer capacity, but also to optimize sales. For example, there is no implementation of hatch breaching, hacking, or boarding, so there is no point in implementing the Legionnaire. Same with the Merchantman. There is no ability to set up shops and there is no need for another cargo holder. So I don't think that the new Scorpius is just a pure cash grab. I think that it was a small effort that the development teams did alongside their planned work for this patch, which I think is why the announcement came so late. Also, I think that at this point we have an unannounced ship or variant coming out with every patch, so not sure why are we so surprised. It also seems that they are doing some changes to EMP and QED stats of existing ships to make them competitive. There's also rumors of the Mantis getting an EMP as well, which would make it pretty powerful in my opinion. In any case, I believe that there is some sort of hidden logic behind how CAG plans ship and variant production, but I doubt that they will ever tell us. What strikes me the most is that this variant of the Scorpius doesn't seem logical at all. It's a heavy fighter that was very specifically advertised for the turret that can switch positions, and now they removed that signature turret, just to replace it with a capability that already exists on other ships, which doesn't really make sense to me. With that being said, that's it for today. What do you think? Does the Scorpius Antares make sense? Would you prefer it over the Mantis or the Hawk? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, fly safe, and I will see you in the verse.